Hey, Brian.
Uncle Eddie, what's up, man?
What up, Brian? How are you? First off, round of applause for Brian Myers on the show. I got to turn mics on because we were in commercials and everything went to hell. And now we have Myers on the program. How are you, sir?
Good, man. What do you got, a live studio audience here?
No, well, it's a crowded studio. They heard that you were coming to be on the program, so everyone's in the studio right now.
Wow, I feel like I'm on a 90s sitcom. Awesome.
Yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
Same shitty jokes, and then we'll also have laugh tracks, so we'll be fun. Everything will be fun.
Well, we do have that.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah,
but feel good about yourself.
Thank you. It's we're kind of like friends without the talent.
Oh, interesting.
All right, so I do have a shitload of things that I gotta talk to you about, though. I do have to bring up a lot of stuff. Number one, I became more, I guess, known of you during because I knew that your whole WWE career and everything else that you've gone on and all the stuff that you've done, create a pro wrestler, all that stuff. But when you started doing these, the major podcast, when you started doing all the toy stuff, that's when I got like enamored with you guys, because the whole group, the major players, as they are referred to, you, Cardona, Swoggle, Chelsea Green, all of them, you guys, and Sterling and Mark, of course, have done a lot of stuff, and you've created this kind of whole universe that you have that kind of has gone out to everybody. Is this the most popular you think you have been in your career because of this?
Yeah, I think certainly. Yeah, I think Matt and I have really opened ourselves up to our fans. You know, they know the real us, and our fans are invested in us a lot deeper than just our characters on television at this point. Because they're basically taking the journey with us, because we keep it real, man. On the show, we're very honest, and I think a lot of people were into the hobby of collecting action figures and not so proud of it. We were all in our closets, and it was considered a nerdy, thing, if you will. And we just friggin' kicked that door, down, and we changed that whole stigma and made it be like, no, man, collecting toys is cool. It's just as cool as playing video games or anything else. And I think we've really done a great job of helping people be proud of that, and it's done wonders for our careers, too. So it's been just a real two-way street of positivity. So, yeah, I do think a lot of it has to do with that. The honesty and the openness that we have on our show has really kind of made a big difference.
But that's what I mean. I think that you guys have become more, especially for me, I became more endeared with you guys because of just the different way that you guys act on that show as opposed to your characters. Because I know for a fact there are people that hate Matt. They don't like him. I mean, the whole GCW, fan base hates him. I know all that. And you definitely you've been a journeyman in this business for, how long have you even been in the business? Because you've been in there, I've seen you everywhere. You've wrestled everywhere, from here to Japan, everything. How long have you been in the business, Brian?
I'm heading into my 19th year in July.
God damn.
So.
Good job. Round of applause for 19 years in wrestling. Good job, sir. So where did it, because I'm trying to calculate all this, because I know for a fact, because I've watched a ton of the toy hunts and even all the major podcast YouTube channel stuff, and I know that you've been collecting since a very young age. Like, mostly you started with the ECW stuff, but what made you become enamored with figures?
Honestly, it kind of coincides with each other. It was renting Coliseum home videos and getting WWF Hasbro guys about the same time when I was 5 years old. So those toys were like the gateway to my fandom of pro wrestling, and it just never, ever left me, man. I just fell madly in love with it, when I was 5 years old, and now I'm 37 and love it just as much. So it really has been just a lifelong passion for me, and it's led me to a very happy life. I feel like I've never worked a day in my life because I've only been a pro wrestler and I've only been doing what I love.
Well, that's the thing. Like you even have a daughter, you have a wife, you have a whole life. By the way, happy birthday to your daughter, which was only a little bit a while ago.
Thank you.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you lived a life a lot of people only
Would love to have.
You would love to have because you're doing all the fun stuff that you're doing, and it's like you haven't grown up, but you are a grown up. That kind of thing, and that to me has to be. It's got to be great to be you. As much as that sounds like I'm blowing smoke up your butt, because it has to.
No, because I completely agree. So yeah,
I'm shocked. He agrees with that. No, because it is like because when you watch the stuff that goes on in your life, I mean, right now, like perfect example, you are hanging out, chilling, doing stuff. Now, where are you now? Are you on tour right now with Impact?
I just flew in this morning from NWA TV's in Nashville.
Yeah.
Had dinner with my family, and I headed over to Creative Pro Wrestling Academy in Hicksville, New York, and I stepped outside into my car to do this interview with you while class is going on.
Beautiful. All right, so are you going to be in the Queens area tomorrow?
Am I going to be in the Queens area tomorrow? No, not necessarily. What's the real question?
No, that is the question, because our friend Johnny Vegas, who's on our show, it's his birthday. We're having a birthday episode. And Johnny is here. Johnny, say hi to Brian Myers first off.
How you doing, man? How you doing? You're a clown, Eddie.
I'm not a clown. I am.
He's trying to, because I'm a big Mets fan.
You're
a huge Mets fan.
Huge Mets fan. Brian's a huge Mets fan.
Season ticket holder.
Season ticket holder. And I was saying, some of us can't be at the event that John is having tomorrow. And I was like, hey, why not invite Brian Myers? He can always say no. Brian can turn around and say, hey, fuck no, I don't know you. This is weird, whatever. But it's Citi Field is it a skybox, John?
Yeah, it's a skybox.
It's a skybox at Citi Field. Why not invite Brian Myers, who's a huge Met fan? If he's going to be in the area, he's going to be in the Queens area. And he's the king of Queens. I know I stole that, but he's the king of Queens here. Why not? Are you gonna invite him, or are you gonna stare at your phone?
What happened?
Are you gonna invite him? Make a public.
The gentleman is very busy. He has a school. He's getting ready for Impact, so it's something that won't be a.
Well, Slammiversary is this Sunday on pay-per-view.
He has to get ready for Slammiversary.
He does. He's defending a title that's not his, but that's a whole story. We'll get to that in a minute.
That's a very big deal.
It's a very big deal.
But what do you mean it's not my title?
It's not your title. Matt handed you the title. Rich Swann beat Matt. Let's not go into logistics here, Mr. Myers.
Hey, stop that.
I'm just
I
saying.
don't understand how that wouldn't count.
Yeah,
well,
you're chosen. So voila.
When Bischoff
who's the king of social media?
You are the king of
Matt
social
Cardona.
media.
So if he tells me I'm the digital. So if he tells me I'm the digital media champion, then I'm the digital media champion. That stink.
Yeah, okay, but also, wait, let's rewind a little bit on our flow chart, Mr. Myers. Before that whole handing of the title belt to you from Mr. Cardona, there happened to be Mr. All Night Rich Swann, who happened to have beaten Mr. Cardona 1, 2, 3 cleanly in the middle of the ring to become the brand new digital media champion. Ooh. All right, who technically is the champion, right? I mean, that's usually how it works when you pin the other. Billy, you were a wrestler. When you pin the champ, do you become the champ?
Well, if it's on the line, yes.
Yeah, so
Otherwise,
I didn't see this on social media because Rich Swann doesn't even have social media accounts, so therefore I think he's disqualified. And Matt Cardona got injured, unfortunately, passed the title to me. I'm the new champ. That's how it works.
Whether or not Rich Swann is Amish and does not have social media for some reason, I don't know why.
Does that make any sense? I mean, that doesn't make any sense to me. Does that make any sense to you guys? How can the digital media champion not have social media accounts?
Right.
Very
that
true.
Makes perfectly good sense to
but
me.
he could also defend that.
He shouldn't be allowed to challenge for the title.
He shouldn't be allowed to challenge, but that
shouldn't have even been allowed to have a title shot in the first place.
But Brian, that's the shoulda, woulda, couldas. He already has challenged and beaten Mr. Cardona. Therefore, at Slammiversary during the pre-show, I believe on YouTube, which is a digital media outfit. That's right. Last time I looked, YouTube is a big thing on the digital media. He will be taking on, you and him will be fighting over a belt that's not even yours.
But it is his.
It is his.
No, it's the property is Impact's, first off.
First of all, when Bischoff gave Triple H
you have a very
title,
disrespectful tone going on right now. So I'm going to let this slide. But yeah, I'll let my wrestling do the talking Sunday at Slammiversary. Dream come true. 20 years in the making. I watched that first Impact show in my parents' basement illegally on the hot box. Don't tell Ross.
Oh, now you're stealing cable. Come on, man. What are you doing, Mark?
Didn't everybody?
Well, hey, I was a child.
Oh,
anyway,
it's a
pretty
misdemeanor.
cool for me, and I'm going to embarrass Rich Swann in a mega show, the biggest Impact show of all time. That's a great opportunity for me.
No, it is. I'm looking forward to the match. The match itself is going to be epic. Two men in the prime of their careers beating the living piss out of each other for a title, whether or not it's yours or not, doesn't matter. The match itself is going to be good. The match is why people are going to buy Slammiversary. They're going to watch Slammiversary. They're going to enjoy Slammiversary live on pay-per-view this Sunday, the 19th, or on Fight.tv. That's how I'm watching it. And let's see.
Happy Father's Day, first of all.
Happy Father's Day, too. Yes. By the way, you get to celebrate Father's Day.
By defending and keeping your title.
Yeah,
celebrate Father's Day with a big win for my two daughters.
Yes. Hashtag Daddy's Two Girls can watch you lose the title. John, are you going to invite Mr. Myers? I mean, he's busy on Sunday, as we just heard.
So you understand the gentleman is ready, wants to defend his title. So he has to focus on that. That's why he's in the gym. He's in the academy. He's trying to get ready for
He's humping and a pumping? Is that what you're saying? Why? But what if he wants a nice night out?
You're not asking, how is Matt Cardona? How is his injury? When will we see him back?
Who, the Deathmatch King? I think he's doing fine. His arm was capable of handing Brian the title. So he has full range of motion. He can hand Brian the digital media title.
You're being real heelish right now. You know?
I'm just saying. Look, I'm trying to be the face and the heel at the same time.
Doesn't work.
I know. I'm a shade of gray right now.
I think so.
I'm just saying. I'm trying to get you to.
That's called a tweener, my friend. That's called a tweener.
That's a tweener. I'm a tweener, okay. Which also in some other circles sounds like something else.
Yeah.
I want you to invite Mr. Myers to the event at Citi Field in honor of your birthday.
Mr. Myers is busy, and I don't want to, inconvenience the gentleman. But we will be watching him on Slammiversary.
We will.
One of the biggest pay-per-view for TNA.
Do you have a Mets question, maybe, that you want to ask Mr. Myers?
How you feel about the Mets?
There you go.
How are we doing? Are you excited? Do you think we're going to go to the World Series this year?
Do I think the Mets are going to the World Series? Yeah. I think they are the best team in baseball. They're built to last. They've overcome so much, injuries and adversity already without any, no sliding. That's usually what is the downfall of a team. So I think we get DeGrom and Scherzer back, and everybody's in big, big trouble.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a Subway Series.
Yeah.
You got the Yankees doing great, too.
Yeah.
But it's not about the Yankees; it's about the Mets right now. We just need one more pitcher, one more reliever, and we'll be great. I
have a question for Brian and John, since you're both Mets fans. Let's say, knock on wood, the Mets, the amazing Mets, win. They win the World Series. They all get their rings.
Okay,
right? They all get their rings. Who's the best player on the Mets right now?
Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso.
Yeah, he's projected to have 145 to 154 RBIs and 49 home runs.
All right, slow down, Ray, man. So let's just say Mr. Alonso takes off his World Series ring and gives it to Billy. Does that make Billy a World Series champion? I just got to ask.
You're a pain in the ass, man.
I'm just asking a question.
He's the rightful owner of the ring.
I'm asking a simple question. So that would make Billy
then owns that ring.
Billy then owns that ring, and he is then the world champion of baseball.
One of them. The team.
No, but he's the rightful owner of that ring, as I own the Digital Media Championship.
Oh, see, okay. So you're
in my possession.
So possession is 9/10 of the law. That's what you're saying.
Okay.
Works well.
Sure.
All I'm saying is, I think this will be settled live on pay-per-view and YouTube and Fight.tv at Slammiversary this Sunday on Father's Day.
Yeah.
Live in front of the world.
I just have one request.
Yes,
when
please.
You do beat Rich Swann, can you put the middle finger right straight at the heart camera for him? For him doubting you. That's
I
all.
would love if Brian Myers would curse me out live on pay-per-view.
Don't curse.
No, he doesn't have to curse. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to say the words.
Probably gonna get it here on the radio show.
He can give me a one-finger salute in the ring and said, "I did it, Uncle Eddie."
There you go.
And then that's it. And then he can walk over the carcass of Rich Swann if that happens live on pay-per-view. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, what do you mean if? Come on.
Come on.
I'm just saying there is a chance that Mr. All Night Long Rich Swann, a man who has been the Impact Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion for this promotion, has a very good chance of maybe pulling out a victory.
That was a fluke too.
Fluke victory. Everything's a fluke. Am I supposed to believe?
He doesn't stand a chance.
Am I supposed to believe someone who stole cable and watched Impact Wrestling?
Oh, like you didn't steal cable in the 90s.
No, I did. I did the professional thing and stuck and looked through somebody's window, and I was peeking in through my neighbor's window, like a gentleman,
and looking in their drawers too.
You're a peeping Tom.
I am. No, well,
the biggest.
We all stole cable.
Look, that's not what the police report says. It doesn't say peeping Tom. They use a big word. They say stalking.
I'm the only black guy on the show, and I stole cable.
Wow. He had more than one black box, and he didn't mean what you think he meant.
So going back to wrestling.
Back to wrestling.
At Create a Pro Wrestling
Academy.
Academy.
Now you're stammering up.
Yes.
You're talking to Mr. Myers.
Of all the people who've come through and graduated, made it through the training course, who are you most proud of?
I don't think that's a fair question because they're all like my wrestling kids.
Right.
A daddy.
So many of them are doing such awesome things. Yeah, they're killing it. Chris Statlander, I always say, is my favorite student of all time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to piss off all the other guys. So tough. And worked so hard. Bear Bronson, MJF, Max Caster, Smart Mark Sterling. I mean, we're really we've cultivated something really special here.
Yes, that's like I was looking through the list, and I'm like, it's a who's who.
Creative Pro definitely is a proving ground and a breeding ground of immense talent.
Circling on MJF, how do you feel what he's been doing now in pro wrestling? One of your students.
Who?
MJF.
MJF? I mean, MJF's on fire. He's extremely intelligent, very creative, hardworking, all the things that, count towards success in this business. So I think he's going to be around for a long, long time and be a big, big name in the industry. And really, he's just getting started. So
why, John? Did he do something?
It's been a privilege.
Did he do something?
To, be the guy that trained him and to watch him grow.
No, you was there in Long Island when we went to the AEW match. You saw how big, the huge pop he got, even as a heel. The guy is loved.
Well, isn't that the sign of a great? And this is the part now where
he's one of the best talkers right now. In no disrespect, in the wrestling.
Well, this is the part where I kiss Brian Myers' ass. It takes a great teacher to teach somebody how to be both. Because if you remember, MJF also did the face and the heel, and was able to carry on national television and actually draw people in. And that's what you want a wrestler to do. Besides taking the bumps. Besides doing all that stuff, you want to be able to do the hard work, which is cut promos, which is tell a story, which is take the fan on a ride. And that's what a lot of the people, it's not just MJF, but a lot of the people at Creative Pro do. And I'm going to even say this. It's what the major players do on Impact Wrestling every Thursday night on Access TV. Look at me, shameless plug. Because, they literally... Go ahead. What do you think, Brian?
I think modern day wrestling fans just appreciate talent. Good guy, bad guy doesn't necessarily matter. They understand what's going on and they appreciate, talent across the board. That's all it's about.
Very true.
Very true.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
See, he's a very wise sage.
Mm-hmm.
And he will be defending excuse me, I had to cough on that. He will be defending his digital media championship, the 12 pounds of gold. I don't know, I just made up a number. The 12 pounds of gold this Sunday night as he takes on...
Actually, you know what? That belt's pretty damn heavy, actually.
So let's say it's 13.5 pounds of gold. Then he will be defending.
Deceivingly heavy.
It's deceivingly heavy. The most deceivingly heavy title in the business. He will be defending it this Sunday night, live on pay-per-view. It is Slammiversary. It is Impact Wrestling. It is June 19th. It is this Sunday. It is Father's Day. This man has 2 daughters. One just had a birthday. Yet again, happy birthday. This man will defend that title. You're welcome. He will defend that title this Sunday, Fight.tv, or wherever you get your pay-per-view. I'm going to do it like the old school. Contact your local satellite or pay-per-view provider, and then get Slammiversary live on pay-per-view. Brian, thank you for being on the program, sir, and I hope to Christ that you win. And remember, when you do, middle finger and... I did it, Uncle Eddie, and then if you want to throw a Zerbert, do something like that. That's fun.
I will personally buy the pay-per-view just to see
this
that.
Sunday, I will still be the reigning and defending Impact Wrestling Digital Media Champion of the world. Middle finger in the air for Uncle Eddie. And you know what I'm going to do after I win that match?
What are you going to do, Brian?
I'm going to tweet about it.
He's going to tweet about it.
I'm going to Instagram about it because I have an account. I have access to these accounts that are free, by the way, Rich Swan. They're free. Social media is free. And I'm going to tell the world about it. You got it?
Well, it's at Uncle Eddie 13. Feel free. I'll take the tweet.
That's better than him putting his foot in your ass.
Damn right. It is.
And he will put
He would put his foot in my ass.
me a deposit for that plug, pal.
Yeah. On that note, the one and only Brian Myers. Round of applause. Yeah. Impact Wrestling every Thursday night on Access TV. And remember, Slammiversary this Sunday live on pay-per-view. Thank you, Brian.
Thanks, guys. Take it easy.
Take it easy.